Okay, and welcome back, everyone. It is time. We are here in the Institute now. As we can see, my companions did not come along with me. Low-key scared, not gonna lie. I think we're going to go ahead and get science, so we can start making those bigger generators. Because then I think we can really start to work on our cool looking settlements. Okay. So we need to, well, I don't need to, sorry, I got so sidetracked. We need to insert network scanner holotape into Institute terminal. I'm assuming I'm fine, right? I have no idea. View access logs. Validation, error, signal rerouted. Maybe load holotape? Am I doing something wrong? Hold on. What I need to do? Insert network scanner. My bad. Network scanner. Internal network detected. Initiate network scan. Give holotape to surges. So I'm just curious. Let me make a new save. Do we leave or do we look around? Are we even allowed here? That's kind of my question. Like, are they gonna get mad that I'm here? Will they care that I'm here?
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face.
Well,
please, step into the elevator.
I guess that answered my question, because I don't think I can even get back the way I came. Well, as long as they know I'm here. Okay. I was just making sure that I wasn't missing anything.
Broken.
How convenient. Oh.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Oh no. Am I gonna doubt everything?
Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival.
Oh, hello?
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy.
Are these all human
and our
or
actions
Siths?
are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Was everyone hearing this? It's kind of awkward. You be over here telling my whole personal business like that. You can't make an elevator that takes me right here? Like, hello? Well, I know that's not Sean. Probably should have
Don't have the key.
taken my... I don't think I can decorate with these. What's point me coming here?
Can't pick this.
Requires key. This requires key.
Busted.
Oh.
Sean?
I think Sean.
Yes, I'm Sean.
Is that my son?
Sean?
That doesn't seem
Is that
right
really
for the
you?
years.
Who are you?
So wouldn't he be older?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here.
That's not
Mommy's here
Sean.
now.
On. Father? Father! I don't know you. Go away.
It'll be okay, Sean.
Father! Father, help
Mommy's
me!
here now.
There's someone here. Help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your mother. Just talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
What the
Fascinating,
heck?
but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far.
I can't remember
and
how long
suffered
were
a
we
great
frozen
deal
for?
to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time.
That's what I thought. I thought he was Sean.
It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy.
Has it been longer than 10?
You believed
years?
that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but
60?
60 years? That
That's
is the reality.
crazy.
And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable
But he
of
couldn't have been the only child, though. You know what I mean?
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
It's really you here this whole time? So much time.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Yes, help me understand everything.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
But what do you mean you used to?
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say?
What does he want us to do? Just to hold hands and act like nothing happened?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time.
You say so.
I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you.
Okay, I'm
I
not
hope
going to
that
tell
you
you
can see
yes.
that rationally.
Dang, dude.
The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute...
I understand.
...a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Oh.
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
I think here I can say yes. And it will be okay.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Contact everything you have. How's my inventory? Oh, good, good, good. What's back here? Don't mind me. No technical documents I see. Lots of folders. So what's over here? Ah, stairs. Sean's terminal password. Is he gonna get mad if I use that? He may or may not, I don't know. Camera. What's over here? So many folders. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Let me save again. Surely won't get mad. I mean, I'm his daughter. Kellogg. Status, personal notes. The wait continues. AO can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111 and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was the software nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past, either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I don't know where it... Synth shutdown. Status report. Child synth prototypes. Okay. Nothing too crazy. What is up? Is anything up?
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and
My
dust?
apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say...
Hello,
welcome.
Lawrence.
Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am.
Hi. I'm going
If
to...
you need medical attention, see Dr. Volkert.
I'm gonna get so lost. Holy cow. Oh, so some things like... Ooh.
There we go.
Nice. Not for sure what these are, but I will take them. Okay. I'm already so lost. Seems like everyone's downstairs, so... It's looking like living quarters. Okay, let's go down. We'll just keep going down, I guess. Ooh.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Glad you made it. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine. You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you? 3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the commissary. What can I get for you?
Let's see what you have.
Yeah, bottled water. I'm good, thank you. Bioscience, what is this one? Oh. So much. I mean, I'm assuming these ooh, can scrap down, right? We'll have to come back in here. I don't know how to holster my weapon. Okay, advanced system, bioscience.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
Hi.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
See, I don't know who to trust.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Hey, Doc. They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water, and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
With what? Exactly.
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
How would that be possible? Hello?
Allie,
Hey, what do you need?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Okay.
Hey,
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
let's see what you got.
That's pretty cool. Thank you. Biometrics, what is this? Okay, looks like that might be another one of those doors we came through. Encouraged.
I'm through.
Sure they won't mind, right? Lots of other stuff. Thank you. I will be back. Let's go to, I guess we'll go to...
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to
Greetings,
a minimum.
ma'am.
Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Who are
If you
you?
require maintenance, please file a report
Doc?
with the facilities
It's a
division.
real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems, you know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution, that's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, when the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Synth retention.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
New.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Doctor?
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Interesting, interesting.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Well, you scared me.
Operating at full capacity.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
Right now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades.
Feels like
I
this
asked.
project
Maybe I
has
should
been
take some
going on
courses
for
with me.
months.
It's an honor to meet you, ma'am.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other
You
departments.
going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite
Okay.
your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
But what's wrong?
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Actually, too.
Why does it matter?
If there is some defect in Courser combat programming, then it must be identified and corrected. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about
The
it.
SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment,
Dr. Ayo.
but try to remember
what do you
that
need?
synths aren't people.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Carry on, ma'am.
Huh. Interesting. I am just, this place is so weird. I don't know what to think, honestly.